plugged in. Y'all know I'll be transforming on y'all. I'll transform on ya. Make sure the heat is on. You know how you like to use you guys when I'm driving. It's late at night. I wonder if anybody's gonna log on. I got gas. I went out tonight. This is my third time this week going out. Third time. No, third time this week. Say hello. This is dead. Third time this week going out. Bowling Christmas party. I haven't even posted any pictures. That was off the chain. I'm still trying to process that one. And then I'm so tired. I forced myself out tonight. And then where else did I go? I went out 3 times this week. And I'm going out as much as possible next week too. So I'm downtown Chicago, and it's cold. It's a cold Saturday. It was actually a good day to come out because it's cold enough where people are too lazy to come outside here, but it's not so cold when you can't come outside. It's actually good for Chicago. So one of my clients / friends invited me out. She's like, I'm out in these streets. I'm like, I'm coming out. I'm coming out. And she's always like, yeah, okay, we'll see, because she's not from here, so she'll get out regardless. She's used to being out by herself. But I'm like, no, I know she likes to get out where I like to go. So I called her like, yo, where you at? I'm about to get dressed. She's like, I'm already downtown. So I'm like, I'm about to get dressed and come meet you. And I did, you know. Hey, it's 9 a.m. here in the UK. So glad to catch you live for once. Happy holidays, by the way. Happy holidays to you. 9 a.m. in the UK. Yay! Wow, 9 a.m. I'm finally about to go home and get some rest. When I tell you guys, it's 8:45 here in the UK. Helene, I got 2 people here from the UK. Hi, it is 2:30 in the morning, 2:45 in the morning here. I have not been to sleep, and I don't even get that much sleep at night, and I've just been working. I can't even tell you how many clients I've done in the past couple days, and I just let the money just pile up, and I take a look at it. I know when somebody owe me some money, and I'm like, hey, your payment has to come through, but I haven't even tallied up the money. Like I said, if you're following my journey as a real live working self-sufficient nail tech, it was slow, and I'm like, I'm not even worried about it because it will pick up, and it picked up like just like clockwork. And I was so tired. The old me would have went to sleep, but the new me said, you need to go outside. You need to go outside. So I've been making myself go outside even when I don't want to, because a lot of the times we think we tired, and I was tired tonight. I'm tired I'm super tired right now, but once you get out and you have a cocktail, it does boost you a little bit. So when you working, it's important to really tap into your mind and say, hey, really, I'm tired of working. I need a little social time. I need some air. So it's good to get outside, even if you just run to the grocery store or anything like that. And so I said, I'm forcing myself to go out. And I really forced myself. Like when I say I forced myself, I mean, I got undressed, was completely undressed, and still flopped down the bed naked. Like, I'm not going, I'm just going to sleep here naked. And then I laid there for like 5 minutes. I'm like, 5 more minutes. And I got up, I'm like, get in the shower and go out. And I'm glad every time I do that. I'm about to get on the expressway now. Every time I do that, I'm glad I did, because I need air. That's one of the down parts to working from home. When you get busy, you'll be so busy that you don't leave out the house for days. And me, when I do leave out, sometimes it's just me getting everything I need, like food, stuff to wash clothes, you know, different things like that. I was just reading some comments. Different things like that. And so it is important when you work from home to make sure that you get out the house and have a home life balance, because the lines get very, 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 very blurred when you work from home. It's like, it's weird. It's like, let me make sure I'm not This is a very busy part of downtown, very tricky. But I've done Uber so many times. Like I teach, so I'm familiar with it, but I know you got to really be on point driving over here. So let me just get out of this busy zone. So, yeah. No, it's just very important to have very good balance when you're working from home, because it will cause you to be very snappy and irritable, just in a funk, different things like that. So you got to know when to leave out the house. You got to know when to say, you know what, even though I'm tired, you got to just get up, get dressed, and don't just get up and leave out. Even if you're going to the grocery store, you don't have anywhere else to go. If you know you don't know the next time you're going to be leaving out, just get up, get dressed, and make yourself look presentable. I talked about that in other videos. So I force myself to go out, and I have yet to say, man, I wish I never came out. I have yet to say that, because it just does. It does. Come on now. See, you just pulling out. You don't even know where you're going. It does the body good. It literally does my brain good to just leave out, even if I don't want to. Even if it's just for an hour or two, I'm still gonna do it. Oh, this is where young people party. This is where people get killed at. This is where people die right up in here. Let me move from over here. No, let me get from over here. This is where people die at. The young dumbasses. Seriously. Got caught by the light. Anyway, so I know you all watch my other live, so I was telling you all about a client who has been reaching out, and I said, you know, in the past, I've been doing them for on and off for about 15, 18 years, on and off, but they have some issues and everything, and I didn't know whether or not I would take them, because they've even been abusive and even vandalized my car before, and people are like, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah, I've been through every scenario I could tell you about, right? That person. I did not know still whether or not I wanted to reach out to them. And some people may not understand. It's like, why is that even something you have to think about? Why is that even something you have to think about? Because I asked everyone their opinion. They're like, that's a hard no, that's a no, that's a hard no, da-da-da. Okay, so this is why I created this channel. Everybody is not like me, but this is one of the reasons why I can move out of state and move back and pick up clientele like that, because I'm very, not only am I honest and open, I'm very like understanding and compassionate to a certain degree, if it makes sense. I don't like foolishness. So like, I said what I said about that particular client, but I also said in that video that this person, I understand why they do the things they do. And there are people who have outbursts and different things like that because they have PTSD. And you cannot just cut people off just because they have PTSD, because anybody can have that. You can have it from being in the military and witnessing certain things. You can have it from, her job is very stressful. And I don't know, if you go back and watch that video, I'll tell you, I kind of understand. Let me finish the story. The girl has PTSD, okay? And that's why she does the things she does. And she always comes back and she rectifies it. When she has her outburst, she always comes back and she rectifies it with whoever. We actually ended up living, I didn't tell the whole story the other day. We actually ended up living in the same building just by default because she has money. So, of course, there are certain places in Chicago where people want to live that are affordable but nice. And so we ended up living in the same building. So I ended up learning about her personally. So not only was she my client, just throughout the years, she became my neighbor. And I would hear of incidents in the building with her. So after just getting to know her for so many years or whatever, I learned that this girl, and just knowing her and talking to her, shit, why it's gotta be traffic? Shucks. Okay. The girl has PTSD. She has one of the most stressful jobs a person can have in the world. She is a 911 dispatcher. And a lot of people don't get that. Unless you've ever been a 911 dispatcher, you don't know what that job is like. That is one of the hardest jobs you could ever have in your life. Because people say, well, police officers are the most, to be a police officer, a firefighter is the most dangerous job. No, it's the most dangerous job, but the most stressful job is to be a dispatcher. You know why? Because you are the first person to come in contact with something as it is happening. And that lays a lot of stress on you. And if you watch the movie Halle Berry is a Star, I think it's called 911, it goes into the life of being a dispatcher for the police. And that's exactly what this particular client does. And I didn't say that, but I'm going to say this now so people understand why I have a certain soft spot for her. So, yeah, she's done some things to me and other people. And most people are like, I don't fool her, stay away from her, she crazy, da, da, da. But I understand her story, and I've known her long enough to know a lot more details of her personal life. And if it were me, and I don't think that I could deal with as much stress as she deals with. And for some people, it just affects them different ways. But she always comes back and she apologizes. She gonna buy you something, whatever. So anyway, I had not responded back to this client because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I had to think about it. I had to meditate on it. But I didn't program the number in. I just heard the voicemail and knew that number was her. But so when she called me today, people called me all day long. And I just answered the phone and it was her. And I'm like, doggone it. Because I wasn't ready to deal with that, because I hadn't made up my mind on what I wanted to do. But I'm going to tell you that this particular client talked to me and she was like, hey, this is me, da da da. I found you. I've been looking for you, da da da. She said, I want to apologize. I'm a different person now. Blah, 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 blah. And people may say, well, she's not a different person. She's the same person. Yeah, she may be the same. I've been through this with her like 3 times already. I already know, but I already know what I'm dealing with. So she was like, I don't know. She's like, don't worry. When I see you, I got you. Don't worry, I got you. I already know what all that means. But that's not really the deciding factor, because money has never been an issue with her. So I'm just like, But the conversation was interesting, and it went on a little bit longer outside of business. And she started telling me all the different personal things that have developed in her life since then. And I went ahead and I took her back. And she thanked me and everything. And I know you all, for people who don't follow my channel and you haven't watched my past videos, what I'm saying may come off as cocky to you because you have not done your research about me. But I'm not saying that in a cocky way. My whole channel is about understanding clients, customers, and how to run a profitable long-term business. And this is an exception to me accepting a client back that I said, I don't, you know how I talk all the time. I don't play that shit. I don't play that. I don't play that. I don't do that. I don't play. This particular client is an exception. And it's only an exception because she's special to me. I know her backstory. I know what type of job she has. And I can never deal with everything she's dealt with. She's watched death right in front of her. And she's keep witnessing death. She hears death all day. So for some people, they don't deal with that well. So I'm not going to be that person for her, because even every time she's done something crazy with me, she always come back and rectify it. And she's done it with other people, and I've seen her do it with other people. It's not even anything personal. So, you know, as you mature, you have to mature in your business as well. And if you have a small-owned business, it's not going to always be perfect. Now, let me preface that by saying there are going to be some people that it's like, you're going to definitely cut the BS with people, of course. You know, but those long-term people, and you know why, you got to understand and care about people and be more involved, a little more into their story, your regulars, and you'll understand more about them. So when things do arise, you can kind of know when to give them a pass. And so some people may say, well, she threw nail polish on your car before. That's too much of a pass. Okay. Yeah, she threw the nail polish on my car or whatever, but that's the type of lashing out stuff she did. But guess what? I was able to go in and wipe that nail polish off with some non-acetone remover. It took all of 30 seconds for me to go out there and wipe off my car. And if it were damage to my car, she would have paid for it. She would have paid for it plus some. No problem, after she came out of her little fit. I can't explain it to you, but you're going to have certain relationships with certain people that you won't be able to explain. And so this girl has come back around. I'm going to give her another chance again. You know, because I feel like I'm able to touch her in a way and she has already bonded to me. And even though she was calling me about a nail appointment, we ended up being on the phone way, not even talking about nails, and I could tell that she needed to talk about some things. She just started telling me, just pouring out to me. And I remember now that I used to pour into her. And so I feel like God wants me to tell her some things, be there for her. Even if she's done these things to me, I don't take it personal. I'm just like, I feel like I need to be there to pour into her. And because I personally believe in God, I know I say God's universe, but I personally believe in God. God is going to protect me enough. And let's just say the girl murdered and stabbed me. Okay, well, I've lived my purpose up until this point. Maybe my videos live on here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, God, I just feel like I'm supposed to take this girl back right now. And it has nothing to do with money, because I don't have money problems at all. So I'm going to go ahead and give her another chance. And she even said it, like, I've changed, I've matured, I've been, you know, and she's older than me. Let's get this on the record. This is not a young girl. She's older than me. But she's explaining to me how because she already know. But the problem is she won't go get proper counseling and everything for her issues. So I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and give it another try. And the moment she don't act right, it's like she know what she can do. I'm gonna dismiss her like I've dismissed her before. And people say, well, she know where you live and all that. Okay, well, guess what? I know what she do for a living, and she definitely don't want no reports filed on her. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna get you in more trouble she get me into. So it's like she don't have me in no bag no type of way. I promise you. And you just know people after 15, 16, 17, 18 years, like you just know how far they're gonna go. If you haven't done anything outrageously crazy to them, you already know how far they're gonna go. There's just some people just gonna throw a temper tantrum to a certain extent. And the stuff she's done, that little nail polish on the car, it ain't little, but I've seen her do equally crazy stuff to other people, but she always come back and fix it with everybody. She apologized profusely. It's like something snaps in her and she can't control herself. It's like she step outside herself and do something weird like that, and then she just disappear and then come back like a few days and rectify. I don't know. It's her job. I keep telling her, but she's about to retire soon. It's her job. She has the most. I would never take that job. I don't care how much you pay. Some money ain't worth it. It's not worth your emotional health. It's just not worth it. Some money is just not worth it. But if that's all you've done all your life, you have no choice but to stick with it. It's like a catch-22 with this particular person. That's all they've done their whole life, like 30 years. That's all they've done. So what else they're gonna do? Start over? They built this life around making 6 figures. You know what they're gonna do? Step back in? They don't have any, other degrees or anything, or any other experience in anything else. Talking too fast. Anything other than this. So they have to stick with it. That's why it's good to have your income diversified, because when you have only one thing that you depend on to make money, you have no choice but to stick with it, no matter if it's even affecting your mental health and stability. And that's exactly what has happened. We all know it. She knows it. She has no choice but to deal with it. So I'm not going to be that person to just kick her to the curb per se, because she hasn't done anything to me where I felt like I was in danger or anything, because I know her well enough and she knows me well enough to know that I will get with her. She know I'm from the hood just like she from the hood, and she has just as much to lose as I do, and she knows that I know that. So I just know her enough to know. And my friend who may watch this video, she was her hairstylist. She knows what I'm saying. I know her enough to know that when she lashes out, she's gonna come back and fix it. And that's why when I talked to her, she was just like, are you gonna let me come back? Because she already knows. She already knows what she be doing. But she just can't help it sometimes. So yeah, she coming back, y'all. I would never put her on camera. No. Anyway, I had to get out the house. I needed some air. Sometimes I get so caught up in working in my house, especially after I get my groceries and my wine and everything I need, and I got my internet. It's just like, I don't have to leave out. I'm almost too comfortable in the house. But let me tell you what really ticked me off, and I had to get out the house. I might be going dead right now. I think this is a dead spot. Not sure. Let me tell you what really ticked me off today. I could not believe, well, yeah, I can't believe it. I am trying to get internet in my house, like a Wi-Fi spot in my house, because I usually run all my internet off my phone, believe it or not. And I had been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. So one of my clients, I was walking them to the door. It was a mother and daughter. They get done together all the time, whatever. I'm walking them to the door. They open the front door. They're like, oh, you got a package here on the floor. And she picked up the package and she hands it to me. And when she hands me this darn gone package, it's my internet from Xfinity. But guess what? The package is open and the whole modem is gone. The whole modem is gone. So somebody basically opened my package. Not only did they open my package, I'm gonna wait till I come out this dead spot, because I am pretty sure that I'm in a dead spot right about here. Okay, so I think I'm coming back in right now. Can you just say hello? Not only did this person open my package, they opened my package and they took my modem, and then they walked the package up to my front door and put the rest of the items at my door. How bold is that? I was so pissed. I could feel my blood pressure spiking. I said, I gotta get out the house. I've been in the house too much, and here we go. I've been waiting on this package forever, and somebody went and stole it. And guess what? The same exact thing happened this time last year. Somebody opened one of my packages, and somebody took my package, opened it up, saw that it was something stupid, and they couldn't do anything with it. And then they threw the package back in the hallway the next day, because it was just some light bulbs for my vanity. This year, somebody opened my package up, took the modem, because that was something they actually think they can use, and threw the rest at my front door, because they know exactly what package they taking. So they know what I do. They know I got a lot of people coming in at my house. They assume I got, I don't know, silver and gold coming to my house. I don't know what they think I got coming to my house. There's nothing really. And anything of value, the mailman knows to put it in my hand, but this was UPS, and I guess they just threw it in the hallway. I don't know. But that person is stupid, because if you go ahead and you sign that up, you got to put in the codes and everything, and the tracking numbers and the serial numbers and all that. You got to program that in to activate that, so you're going to be caught, because I'm definitely reporting it. And if I get whiff of it, I'm going to definitely follow through to whatever I need to follow through with. Don't you play with the wrong one if you're watching this video. You don't know me that well. Huh. Anyway, so yeah, that really ticked me off. So now I got to order another one. I'm not going to pay for that one, of course, because they're going to see that I didn't use it or activate it, but somebody stole it. So that just really pissed me off, because that happens a lot this time of year where people steal. People steal around the holidays. It's supposed to be a time of cheer and giving, but it turns people into depressive, manic depressive, crazy people. And then people just become, to me, super evil and selfish and thirsty for whatever. And that just really ticked me off, because I'm like, why is it taking so long for my internet to come? And it finally comes, somebody steals it, steals the main part, because that person didn't want to go buy a darn cheap modem. And I will tell you this, people who steal, they always need to steal. And I'm gonna tell you what I did. I'm not even gonna lie, but these are my regular clients, and we cool like that. And when she handed me that package, as they was walking down the stairs, I just went all the way off in that hallway, so everybody in that building can hear me. I said, whoever stole, and I said it so loud you can hear it all the way through that building. I want everybody in that building to hear me. Whoever stole my stuff, you ain't gonna never have no good luck in life. And you're gonna always need to steal, because you're a thief. And that's exactly what I said. Something to that effect, very close to that. And I think I said it twice so they could hear me. I said it super loud. What they gonna do? Call the police? No, because whoever called the police, that'll be the guilty person. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. I did the same thing last year when they stole from me, and that's how the package popped back up the next day in the hallway. I did it again today. And then I said, you know what, I'm about to go downstairs and check my mail because I hadn't been out the house. And as I was walking through the hallway to get to my mailbox, I said, whoever stole from me, you ain't gonna have no good luck. And I can't wait for you to activate that motor because you gonna get caught. And I just kept saying it. I kept saying it as I walked down the stairs and up the stairs. And I mean that. And if I don't catch you, life gonna catch you. If I don't catch you, life gonna catch you. That's my whole point. People who try to be slick, people who try to cut corners, they always need to cut corners. They always need to be doing something they shouldn't be doing because they ain't doing it the right way. I'm gonna be blessed either way. But it's just inconvenient, you know? And I can't stand stuff like that. I don't even respect people like that. I have no respect for you at all. So yeah, I had to get out the house. I really had to get out the house at that point. Because it's sad to know that I live with people who will steal from the people they live around. Because we should be looking out for each other, you know? Yet you take it from me. That's really ignorant and ratchet and it's just wrong on so many levels. And I bet you that person don't hardly always have a bad luck because they don't do right. That was my rant. Thank you for listening. Am I home? I'm almost there. Yeah, so that's it. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and take her or whatever. And I didn't even have to say anything. And I was wondering to myself, like, do this girl remember what I've been through with her? And I didn't have to bring it up because she already knows what she put me through over the years. And she apologized that she changed and she learned how to control herself better. But I can still tell that all that stuff that she's dealing with in her own life is weighing on her heavily. So it is what it is. But what I'm gonna do this time, how I'm gonna handle it differently, because I've matured in my career as well, I'm gonna sit down and have a real conversation with her when she first comes to me. She's supposed to be set up this appointment this week. I'm gonna sit down and have a one-on-one conversation. Like, do you understand the rules and everything? And like, is this, is that, is this, is that? See, money ain't never been a problem with her. She don't care how much stuff costs because she has money. She don't even have any kids or anything. And she just make all this money and it's just her. Literally. Like, she had more money than she know what to do with, to be honest with you. And she gonna be set for life in terms of money. But that's not the issue with her. The issue is just boundaries. Boundaries is a thing I'm gonna have to sit down and have a conversation with her about. Understanding boundaries and how I run my business. And I'm gonna say, look, I have a tight book. And if you are not here within a certain amount of time, I have a book of over 300 clients. If you're not here, your service will be cut short, or I will not be able to take you and you will be charged. And it's not just for you, that's for everybody. So if that ever happens, I don't want you going ballistic on me and we having another incident, because that's just how I treat everyone. That's how I run my business. So I know in the past I might have said, oh, you can come in an hour instead of the time. I can't do that right now because my business is on a whole nother level and everything is electronic and I stay on schedule. I'm gonna have to sit down and have that conversation with her. I'm gonna have to. And so this is a really good lesson on advanced clientele. I would call this advanced clientele management 101, because this is a client that I've had for 15 years and they have been, like somebody said, abusive to me. And they've been around me since almost the beginning of my career till now. But I'm 30 years in and I'm gonna take her back because I feel not empathy, well, a certain level of empathy and sympathy for her. But I'm gonna set down some ground rules coming in the door, and I'm gonna tell her, you know, the moment I feel disrespected or I feel like things are gonna turn to a negative way, I'm going to say that we're not a good fit. So when it happens, I want you to refer back to it. If, I hope it doesn't, but if it happens, I want you to refer back to this conversation. I'm gonna do that. If you've been watching me long enough, and people who personally know me, you know that I would do that. No problem. I'm just that person. Like, I'm very straightforward. If you watch my videos, you should see how straightforward I am. That girl knows. She knows I done took more out of her than I should have and anybody else would have. And money is really just 40% of it. It's more because I know her situation and my hats go off to her for dealing with that. I don't know how she does it. I could never be a 911 dispatcher. Imagine having people screaming and hollering all day on the phone with you and cursing you out. People dying on the phone with you and they trying to tell you to hurry up and get the ambulance there, get the police there, and you can't get them there in time because they not giving you the proper address, and they say they don't know where they are. They just on the expressway and they screaming and they crying. Then the person died. That's a lot of weight to carry. And this girl been carrying that weight for over 20 years. People dying and all type of situations we can only imagine. She's the person that people call when they're in trouble, when a person been shot, killed, all of that. So that actually gives a lot of people PTSD more so than being a police officer. That's a really hard, that's the most stressful job, I would say, almost in the world that you can have. People may say, oh, my cousin is one. Yeah, we're in a little city of Appleton, nowhere. Imagine being a dispatcher for the city of Chicago. We're the murder capital. So she is a 911 dispatcher for the murder capital of the United States. That is one of the most stressful jobs you can ever have, and she's been doing it over 20 years. So I have a certain level of empathy and sympathy for her. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I would just have to become a stripper or something. I couldn't do it. The check wouldn't keep me there. It just would not. I just know me. My mental and my emotional stability is not strong enough to handle all that. That's a big, giant, heavy weight. I couldn't do it. I could not. So, you know, I'm using you guys until I get home. And I can't believe it. I actually went out. I'm proud of myself because when it's busy like this, all you want to do is just melt into the couch and go to sleep or stare at the TV. But I forced myself out. My clients tomorrow are in the afternoon, so I can sleep in, which is a good thing. Yeah. And I'm tired. I have not figured out if I'm going out of town. I will find out tomorrow, make my final decision before Monday. And yeah, I might stay here because I have a big surprise coming. I might work on it here. I might work on it in Atlanta. If I go to Atlanta, I'm going to be recording, of course, in Atlanta. But I haven't figured that part out. So, does anyone have any questions or anything? No? Sure? No? Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. I want to listen to some music now. I'm done using you guys. All right, you know I'm going to come back with some real content real soon. I've been going live a lot lately, but hey, you guys are here for it, so I'll give it to you. Video. Bye.